One of the things that I love the most about Pokemon and about collecting Pokemon is there's so many different niches, so many different areas that you can get into. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to collecting. You can collect ultra rares, you can collect bulk if you really want to. You could collect competitive cards so that way you can make retro decks. You could collect PSA or CGC or BGS graded cards and worry about slabs. You could collect sealed collections. You could collect booster packs. You could collect just booster packs, and that's something that we talked about in Sunday's video, going over the market for XY era booster packs. And today we're going to go over the market for Sun and Moon era booster packs, because a lot of these are still somewhat inexpensive. In fact, you could start collecting a lot of booster packs from the current generation, and outside of maybe Evolving Skies, Champion's Path, selling for anywhere between $7 and $10 per booster pack, you could get all of those sets for fairly cheap as we move into Scarlet and Violet. And there's a lot of different things that you can do with booster packs, which is one of the things that I love. At the end of the day, we focus a lot on value, but the most important thing to do is to collect what you enjoy. And while it would be great for your collection not to cost you a whole lot of money, for you to be able to get a little bit of a return, so that way you can stick that return into more of your collection, at the end of the day, it's important to collect what you enjoy. And as long as you're collecting what you're enjoying and what you and that you're having fun doing it, it's a big W, no matter what. So we're going to continue the discussion about Pokemon booster packs. If you do enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button down below. We're going to be doing a last desperation stream next Wednesday, starting at 10 a.m. Central Time. We're going to need like 13,000 subscribers to try and hit our goal. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're going to go all in. We're going to have a lot of fun. So if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button down below. If you don't, no hard feelings. Don't hit the subscribe button. Leave a like and a comment if you want. If you don't want to, don't do it. Before we get into the actual booster packs, I do want to show off a couple of things just to kind of give you an idea of different things that you can do with booster packs. These are just BCW card stands. There's a lot of different companies that make these, and you can buy these for really, really cheap on eBay or on Amazon. But they're just little easels. You can use them for like display, like slabs, or you can use them for booster packs. So here is just one put together that's just got a Charizard base set booster pack, and this is just in a team bag with a semi-rigid behind it. But there's actually different cases that you can buy, and I just kind of want to show off a couple things so that way you can see. It's a lot easier if you're a visual person to get an idea of what things look like. So this is just a magnetic display. You can buy these on different websites as well, like eBay, Amazon, Etsy, different places like that, where you can find these display pieces so that way you can store your booster packs and find different ways to store them. If you are not in our Discord, I would highly recommend joining it as we move into 2023. One of my major goals is to help people accomplish their collection goals. So at the beginning of January, we're going to start a new channel in Discord, or a new channel in the Discord server that's just focusing on helping you guys achieve your collection goals. So make sure, I will leave a link in the description below. Make sure to join our Discord so that way we can help you attain one of your major goals in 2023 when it comes to collection pieces. So this is just a frame. I would assume this is just purchased at like Michael's or online on Amazon, but this is just a bunch of different artworks together. I believe this is the entire Sun and Moon block. So this is what we are going to be talking about in today's video, going over the market for this. But a really cool piece that you can hang on the wall, a really nice piece that would make would fit well in your studio. This is another one right here that somebody did. Just has little floating shelves that they have up on their wall, where they have all the different Sun and Moon era packs and a lot of different ones from Sword and Shield. You don't have to go get an art set of every single booster pack. Stick within your budget, but look how nice it looks when they're all lined up. This is just a more affordable thing that you can do to kind of beef up your collection rather than focusing on booster boxes and things like that. This is a much cheaper option. You can buy packs like Fates Collide, Breakpoint, Breakthrough for around that $10 mark still. Even Crimson Invasion, you know, a set that's several years old now, is only selling for $4 or $5. So there's a lot of cost-effective ones that you can really start building up a decent-sized collection of booster packs before Scarlet and Violet even releases, where you don't have to sink a ton of money into it. And then as things age and as your collection grows and grows, some of those booster packs are obviously going to skyrocket in price. They're going to become much more desirable, and then you can decide to start adding different pieces if you want to go back to adding like a base set or something from the Black and White era or something from the Heart Gold Soul Silver era. So I just wanted to kind of show off a couple different ideas that you might have. I thought it might be cool to kind of look at, so that way you can get a good understanding of how things are. We're going to jump right into our lovely slideshow, starting out with Sun and Moon base, which has actually done a really good job over the past few months. You can see it had a 1-year low at $4.51 that it hit in August. August, and then kind of skyrocketed a little bit. So it's up 17.29% currently off of its 1-year low. Now it's not quite at its 1-year high, which it hit last month in November of $5.36. It's backed off a little bit, but Sun and Moon, one of those sets, especially with the Pokemon Center kind of dropping a bunch of somewhat older collection pieces, somewhat older collection boxes and tins and things like that. Sun and Moon Base is one of those sets that was really widely printed. Evolution, Sun and Moon Base, Crimson Invasion, Burning Shadows, Guardians Rising, those sets were printed like absolute madness because of the whole Pokemon Go craze, bringing a whole lot of people back into the hobby, whether they be collecting or whether they were competitive playing or whatever the case may be. So a lot of overprinting at that time, much like what we're going through right now as a hobby. So a lot of these packs are still available at decent price points, including Sun and Moon Base. Then we've got Guardians Rising, which is actually very close to a 1-year low right now. It hit its 1-year low in November. Again, starting to show up in some of those older collection boxes. I do think Pokemon is going to continue to drop some of those items here and there, especially as we move over to a new generation and a new MSRP price point. You might see some older products kind of creep up, especially at the end of the year when Pokemon is going through, filling out inventory, finding some of these old stocks maybe in the corner of a warehouse or somewhere in a different distribution channel that they really need to make sure that they're unloading so that way they get rid of it for new inventory and new MSRP and new generation, things like that. This was at a 1-year high of $7.34 at the beginginning of August before it hit a wall and dropped very close to a 1-year low. Then it rose a little bit and then dropped back down, sitting at $6.45 currently, so about 50 cents off of its 1-year low. It's still 12.13% down from a 1-year high, which it hit, like I said, at the beginning of August. That was $7.34. So it's fairly close to in between its 1-year high and 1-year low, but still closer to its 1-year low. If we look at Burning Shadows, there hasn't been a whole lot of movement on Burning Shadows, which is somewhat interesting. Outside of the Charizard in this set, you get a secret rare, you get a couple secret rare energy cards, which are pretty cool. The full art Guzma is pretty cool. There's a couple of full art supporters in the set that aren't bad, but outside of the Rainbow Rare Charizard, not a whole lot of demand for this set. Also, the quality control, the print quality on this set is absolutely terrible. Lots of whitening issues, lots of centering issues. Burning Shadows is one of the worst sets we've ever seen printed when it comes to quality. Very, very bad right out of the pack. A lot of times you're looking at cards that would grade maybe a PSA 6 or 7. Very, very poor quality. But it is up 9% for the year from its 1-year low. $8.26 is where it hit in February of 2022. Then kind of rose a little bit. It hit a 1-year high in September of 2022 at $9.95 before coming back down, still closer to its 1-year high than 1-year low, which is why we have seen a 9% gain over the year, which isn't bad, but sitting at $9 and a penny currently. Then we've got Crimson Invasion. Not a whole lot of desirability in this set, even though at the time it had a really good competitive streak going with Buzzwole in this set. However, outside of maybe the secret rare Water Energy, there's just not a whole lot of cards that you're really going to pull, and this set was overprinted like crazy because Pokemon was under the assumption that demand was there, which it absolutely was not once the set came out. But $5.09 is its 1-year high. Hit that in April of 2022 before crashing down to a 1-year low of $4. Then started to rise up. It's been consistent over the last 3 months, right around that $4.75 mark, sitting at $4.82 currently. So it's up 20% from where its 1-year low was in June of 2022. Then we've got Ultra Prism. This is a very interesting set because this set was not printed well. Pokemon backed off of printing a lot because of Crimson Invasion, and they printed not a whole lot. This was the first set where I remember emailing my distributor on Monday morning after like 4 days before release or right after the set release and said, hey, can I get another 10 cases of this set? And he said, actually, I can only give you 4 cases and that's all that we have left. It's out of stock, out of print. Pokemon has no immediate plans to reprint the set. It looks like it's kind of a one and done set. And it ended up being that way. Fast forward until like a year and a half ago, they did end up reprinting Ultra Prism in a very, very small form. But Ultra Prism was very limited, and there was cards in the set that a lot of people wanted, especially that full art Cynthia. A lot of desire behind that. 1-year low of $9.52, which it hit in December of 2021 before really taking off in March, and then kind of leveled off a little bit. So for the past 9 months, it's been very consistent, sitting at $11.37 currently. It did hit a 1-year high of $12.33 in October before backing off a little bit. You can see it at $11.37 currently, but that's still almost a 20% gain from its its 1-year low just in the past year. Forbidden Light, I don't know what's going on with Forbidden Light, but this booster pack not doing extremely well, really close to actually sitting at a 1-year low currently at $10.12, way off of its 1-year high, kind of backwards from what we saw on Ultra Prism. In January of 2021, it hit $11.57 and then really died down, dropped about 12.5%, and it's been fairly consistent at that price point for the entirety of the year. You can see in August it had a little blip where it jumped up to about $11 before backing off again, and now it's sitting at $12.12, which is, or $10.12, which is a 1-year low. If we look at Celestial Storm, another desirable set because of Rayquaza in it, a very, very fun set to open. $16.21 is its 1-year high, which it hit in August of 2022 before backing off a little bit, sitting at $14.09 currently, still closer to a 1-year high than a 1-year low, which it hit in December of 2021 at $11.38. But still, you're looking at almost 24%, which it gained over the past year from its 1-year low to its current price point. That's the important thing to remember. The percentages that it calculated really come from their current price point from where they were at their 1-year low. Then we've got Lost Thunder. This is a set that's a little interesting because it was reprinted multiple times, or at least redistributed in the form of build and battle boxes. They found a bunch of them just kind of hiding around. There's still some distributors that have a little excess stock of Lost Thunder pre-release kits, build and battle boxes, things like that, which has kept this booster pack really, really consistent throughout the year, so it hasn't really had a chance to climb in price. You can see its 1-year high of $10.93. It hit in September of 2022, but just barely above where it was in December of 2021 when it was hovering right around that $11 mark. Also, you can see it drop in March down to a 1-year low of $9.89 and stayed pretty much at that point up until September. Saw a little bit of a gain and then dropped right back down to close to that 1-year low, sitting at $10.07 currently. So it's only up 1.82% from its 1-year low, which it hit in March of 2022. Then Team Up. Team Up has just been a fan favorite set because of all of the amazing artworks in here, the alternate arts that are in here. A lot of fan favorites when it comes to the cards. Obviously, the Gengar, Mimikyu, the Latios, and Latias. Really, really fun set, and that's why it's been so consistent and such a high price point. $17.94 is 1-year low, which it hit in January of 2022 before really taking off and jumping all the way up to $21.52 just for a booster pack. It's backed off a little bit. You can see it's sitting at $20.08, but for the most part, over the past 9 months, it's been just above that $20 mark. It's up about 12% from where it was at the beginning of the year. So Team Up, a very, very strong set. Unbroken Bonds, another one of those sets that got reprinted all of a sudden extremely late a couple years ago. Not a whole lot that got reprinted, but some that actually hit the market and definitely impacted the price. But a lot of chase cards in this set, especially with the Charizard and Reshiram. $13.89 is where it's currently sitting, which is well off of its 1-year high, but still closer to a 1-year high than a 1-year low. It hit its 1-year high in August of 2022 when it hit $14.54. You can see its 1-year low in January of 2022 was $12.36. It's up 12.38% for the year. Unified Minds, another really fun set, but another set that got distributed heavily over the past couple of years. You saw those 3-packs kind of showing up in Walmarts, those little collection boxes, not the 3-pack blisters, but those collection boxes like what we saw with Unbroken Bonds and Ultra Prism. $11.08 is its 1-year high, which it hit in August of 2022 before dropping down quite a bit. Now it's risen back up, sitting at $10.84, currently well above its 1-year low, which it hit in December of 2021 at $9.21. So it's up about 17.7% for the year. And then the last set for the last main series set is Cosmic Eclipse, which you've seen a ton of just because it's gotten put in a lot of Pokeballs, it got put in some tins, it got put in the Arceus figure collection. $11.76 is a 1-year high for this product, which it hit in October of 2022, but that's basically where it was already at in December of 2021. You can see a 1-year low. It dipped all the way down to $9.25 in August of 2022, sitting at about $11 currently, so still up almost 19% from its 1-year low currently. Then we've got Shining Legends. We're doing these. There's a few specialty sets that we're just going to look at real quick. 1-year low of $22.79. It hit that in August of 2022. It's really nice as we're starting to get to a point now where we're about a year removed from the pandemic, the FOMO, the false prices, the false market that we looked at over a year ago. It's really cool to see the graphs and how things are moving now. $30.68 was a 1-year high, which it hit in November of 2022. So it's very close to that 1-year high mark. It's currently sitting at $29.50, which is about 29.5% of of growth just over the past few months because of that 1-year low that it hit in August. Then we've got Dragon Majesty. Not a whole lot in this set outside of the Golden Ultra Necrozma. You get the Dragonite, which is really cool. There's a Charizard in there that's just a holo rare. You've got a Zinnia in the set as a cool full art trainer, but outside of that, not a whole lot in the Dragon Majesty specialty set. You can see in February of 2022, it hit a 1-year low at $29.30. Then we started seeing some slow, steady, consistent growth all the way up until October, where it hit a 1-year high of $40.04. Now it's backed off a little bit, sitting at $34.18, currently right in between its 1-year high and 1-year low. It's gained 16.66% for the year. Then we've got the Detective Pikachu set, which a lot of people forget about, but I wanted to throw this one out there. There's only 4 cards in this set, but it's a very interesting booster pack for people to collect because there wasn't a whole lot of them that were distributed. $11.10 is a 1-year high. This actually took off a lot higher than this if you go back further than a year, but it hit that in December of 2021 before dropping to a 1-year low in May at $8.22. Now it's started to gain a little bit of that back. It's sitting at $9.16, so it's up 11.44% since May of 2022. And then finally, we've got Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates is a very interesting set because it is a fan favorite, but it's been printed so heavily, so there's a lot of sealed packs still out there. 1-year low of $14.92, which it hit in December of 2021. You can see in March it jumped all the way up to $17.75. Now it's kind of backtracked a little bit, where it's been very consistent over the past 8 months here, hovering right around that $15 mark, sitting at $15.93 currently, which is 6.77% of growth from its 1-year low. But it'll be a very interesting set to watch as we move forward multiple years. Still a lot of Hidden Fates being cracked because people are chasing that Mewtwo or those Evolutions or that Charizard. So a very popular set. It'll be interesting to see how it performs over the upcoming years, because I do believe there's still quite a bit of sealed product out there. That's it. Those are all the booster packs from the Sun and Moon era. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Maybe you collect them, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to start collecting booster packs, because I do think it's a really cool kind of niche area of the market. But ultimately, remember, it's your decision. It's your money. There's no right or wrong answer. You should collect what you enjoy, and as long as you're collecting what you enjoy, you're really going to love Pokemon for a long time. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. If not, like I said, no big deal. Leave a like, leave a comment, because it goes a long way for the algorithm. It helps spread the channel. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We have a stream. Then next Wednesday, we're doing the Desperation stream. We got videos Thursday and Friday of this week as well. Probably one on Christmas Day on Sunday too. It's going to be a really good week. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned. Guys, thank you so much for everything. Until next time, peace.